Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Bahashon Chakudash. I also want to give double honor to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone Ruel, as well as peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. All right, I'm GMSspiritwindLevi. And today I want to go into a topic entitled, why do you want to be here? Or like, why would you want to stay here, you know? And I was thinking about Jake selling out and the things that Jake do, all right, to sell out, to have that comforted life, you know? It's like, why would you want to be here, you know? I think about every new movie now just about has to have an alphabet member, all right, planted in the movie, unnecessarily planted in the movie. I was even watching like certain stand-up comedians, right? Like what's the dude name? They call him Day Day. I forget his name just that quick, but long story short, he mentions like if you the alphabet members, then you must be hiding something, you know? Hey, Shalom Zakon, Yahweh Shema Shabbat Shema Kakodash Brakatah. All right, but if you not in tune about yourself, but why did he say that? Then I watch, it's like every time I watch a stand-up comedian, they always mention homosexuals, alphabet members, but they mention it in a way that's liberating for them. But they do that because they have an order to do that. They have a fucking order to do that. Why would you want to stay here where only way you can make it is if you can sense the things that's against Yahweh? Why would you want to make it here when you have to consent to things that's against Yahweh? Yahweh, why? Yahweh Shai. All right? You know? Why would you want to make it here? Well, you got to look on the back of ingredients. All right, look at the back of a fucking... First of all, food should not have a fucking label, man. What you hold in your hand, that's the ingredient. And then you take different ingredients, you take different staples, and you make a recipe. A goat is a goat. Lamb is lamb. Bird is bird. Fish is, what the fuck you have ingredients for, man? We're eating laboratory food. This lab rat food, man. This lab rat, that's why we're all fucked up, man. You take an herb for one thing and that gets remedied. Then you gotta take the herb for another thing, man. Why would you want to live here, man? Everything either has pork in it or chemicals. That's right, man. Like, I remember back when I was younger, you know, you 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you look at Michael Jackson and you look at different famous people and you say, I want to be rich and famous. Who didn't want that? Nah, it's like, why would you want to be rich and famous here? Knowing what you have to do for it, man. All right? You know how many lives have to get lost for a nigga to be famous? You know how many demonic ass rituals a nigga have to go through for a nigga to be famous, man? For a female to be famous, man? Why would you want to make it here? Why do you want to be here, man? All right? It tells you in Micah 2:10, arise and depart, for this is not your rest. You see? America's not our rest. Now, it doesn't mean depart literally. It means figuratively, spiritually, man. We got celebrated for overcoming the beast, not getting the plane and leaving the beast. All right? We got to overcome the matrix while we're in the fucking matrix. So every facet of her existence, her being the great whore, every facet of this whore existence, we have to overcome. All right? And the way we can't overcome it with our flesh. We can't overcome it by outsmarting the system. We overcome it with the spirit of Yahweh Shai. You see? This place is a fucking vexation, man. You go to your job, right? I've been meditating on this for a minute now, bro. Meditating on this for a minute. Most jobs, you know, we work at a hospital, you work at a plant, you work at a factory. It shapes like a fucking square, right? A lot of times you don't even see the sun outside because you're in a fucking, imagine being in a building where there's no open windows. Like, what does that do to your spirit, to your psyche? Some of you brothers and sisters work overnight shift. All right? Like, why do you want to be here, man? You know it's not normal to be a wage slave. You know it's not normal to wait 2 weeks to get paid or 1 week to get paid or get. You know that's not normal, right? You know it's not normal for an Israelite to have to retire at 60. All right, 62, 65, whatever the retirement age is, man. You know we're supposed to be born into an estate, right? You know divorce is not supposed to be common, right? You know you're not supposed to be on some kind of child support, right? You know the average Israelite not supposed to have diabetes, high blood pressure, goddamn gout. You understand that, right? Why would you want to be here, man? You gotta watch your sons, and you gotta worry about your sons and daughter. You gotta worry about the food they're eating when they're not around you. You have to worry about what your daughter's doing in your absence and who she might become and who your son might become. You know, you got some Jezebel might have access more, have more access to your sons and daughters than you. Like, why would you want to live in this? Why would you want to support this nigga, man? Roughly paraphrasing, the scripture says, if he that condemneth the just and justify the wicked, like that nigga's an abomination, man. To want to be here is justifying the wicked. If you want to be here, that means nothing is wrong with being here, man. You know, this is a sore vexation, man. You know, you got to be wicked as hell to love this shit. You know, Jake, you know, your self-esteem get boosted because you eat healthier. All right, that's bullshit. You know, I'm eating organic. I'm eating conscious now. You know what I'm saying? I'm plant-based. I'm like, man, that's bullshit, man. We should have to be all these things, man. You know, that's like bragging that your woman is not a whore, man. Like, come on, man. That's nothing to brag about. That just goes to show you all the more that we're in a piece of shit environment, man. The environment is sick, like Dave Chappelle would say. The environment is sick, man. This is a sick environment. You know how many Jakes went to prison and are in prison because they got found with marijuana just to pass 2024, just to be in 2024 when you could drive past a cannabis dispensary, man. That's some bullshit. You know how many Jakes got incarcerated because they were found with heroin possession just for these major pharmaceutical companies to dispense out opioids, all right, Percocets and all that bullshit, man. Why would you want to live here, man? This is the epitome of death. This is the epitome of death, man. You know, Jake got their grills out at the park, you know. This is Egypt. We looked at as batteries to the elites. We looked at as goyim to the elites, man. You know, and there's no such thing as hell, by the way. If there was ever such thing as hell, this is it. Jake was out in the cotton picking field. Jake was out in the field picking cotton, being indoctrinated by the oppressor. That if they be a bad nigger, all right, if they be a bad nigger, all right, if they be a bad nigger, they'll go to hell. Like, nigga, you in hell. Man, get the fuck off my page, man. Remove this nigga, man. I got time for that shit. Remove. Yeah, put user in timeout. You know, the fuck off my page, man. You know, we got time for this shit. Remove. You know. Weird ass motherfuckers, man. Then you get on these niggas' page, they ain't got shit on their page, man. I got something called a life. So I'm not gonna be on somebody's page. I'm not gonna spend my Sunday off being on somebody's page and I ain't built enough for myself. Like, you got a woman, you know? You got a woman, you got a fucking golden retriever to go play with. As a grown man with hair probably on your face, you wanna play games on a comment board. They got time for that shit. All right, but when the shit hit the fan, all right, we're not gonna have these little weird ass niggas on our comment board, man. Which ain't even tripping. It's just like, then when the shit hit the fan, see, we live in some kind of normalcy right now. We live in so-called normalcy, man. Normalcy is a privilege in this first world we live in, man. But pretty soon, the average American citizen is about to be stripped of their normalcy. Don't you know we have an EMP? A large wave of people gonna die. If you're on dialysis, your loved ones on dialysis. I got loved ones, I got relatives on dialysis. All right. If you plugged into this hospital shit and you living off a oxygen machine, you better get a damn generator. You better get a damn generator. You better get a motherfucking generator, man. All right. But that's only gonna last so long because the generator requires gasoline. All right. It's gonna be real. Don't you understand that we have an EMP, a digital disturbance, a large wave of people gonna die. All right. See, the elites, they about to accelerate this. They about to accelerate their agenda, man. They're about to accelerate their agenda as far as what they plan to do. All right, as far as population reduction, man. And I have a feeling that things about to get shaky 2024, man. I have a feeling that things are about to get. I have a feeling that things are about to get shaky 2024. All right. But why would you want to be here? You know? We are yet this day in our captivity. You know? But the like I said, going back to the point, is it illegal to say C-U-R-E? Imagine a kingdom where it's illegal to say the word C-U-R-E. You know, you can't say the word, and then they plan to make herbs illegal, you know, pretty soon in Canada, and eventually it's gonna be in America, man. Because what's the hustle? The hustle is you get sick, they prescribe you one of their endorsed pills, all right, and you go to Walgreens and you get that damn pill. All right, you go past the earth and what the Most High has to offer, and you go from the hospital to a pharmacy and get the damn pill, man. That's the hustle. But the hustle is what? The pharmaceutical company, they create a fucking product and they promote that product like lobbyists, all right? Like a lobbyist, man. Like how the lobbies they lobby with politicians. All right, these pharmaceutical companies, they lobby with doctors to get the doctors to endorse their product. And they say this damn white pill. All right. Yep. Get them sick. Give them that industry pill, man. You know. My spirit hop on that a lot. You know, I think about that stuff a lot. You know. They had a series on Netflix, like a bio series on Netflix going into that, man. How they pushed on Percocets back in the 80s, man. All right. And once again, don't you know that 678,000 people a year die from the standard American diet in America alone? And ultimately about 1 million people. We talking about like undocumented, ultimately, all right? All right, ultimately, what's the word? Ultimately, about 1 million people a year die from the standard American diet. How in the fuck can you die from food, man? How in the fuck can you die from food, man? All right. You know, so when people had the audacity to say, man, I ain't no slave. I ain't in slavery. You know? That's why the scripture says if the gospel be hidden, is hid to them who are lost, whom the God of this world, all right, have blinded them. All right. You see? The food at the store is crappy, man. The produce is crappy. Then they spray chemicals like Kroger spray chemicals on the produce, man. All right. You can't trust a corporation, man. You're gonna learn that a lot of this, if a corporation owns it, you have to question it. But that's why I said we should eat our bread defiled. You know, it's not that this one particular food group is poison. All different food groups are poison. All right. You know, We are yet this day in our captivity, man. You had Jake that was in slavery and Jake that lived after slavery, all right? They outlived us. They easily lived to be 90, 100. They served slavery because they were still eating food straight from the earth. This was before the processed food epidemic. But you got a lot of our people dying at 60, 50, 40, 30. And that's not even factoring in the nigger culture. That's not even factoring in the violence culture. All right. Before the age of 44, the #1 cause of death for the so-called black man is gun violence. But after the age of 44, the #1 cause of death for the so-called black man is heart disease. As a matter of fact, the #1 cause of death in America is heart disease. All of a sudden, people that live in the Western Hemisphere have a bad heart? No. All right. All of a sudden, people in the Western Hemisphere have arteries, man. All right. The Most High to make all these vegetables and fruit and nuts just for us to eat all these macronutrients. But even on top of that, the earth is stripped of minerals. Because when I say nigga, I mean Esau Edom, man. He never let the land fallow. He never, but you know, if you leave your woman alone sexually for a while, like you understand what I'm saying? When you go back to her, but she's the earth, you see? Everything has to rejuvenate, you see? Everything has to be, but if you keep tilling the land, all right, impelling the land, and you never let the minerals, you know, rejuvenate, then guess what? All right, it's not gonna bring forth that real produce, man. You know? It's not gonna bring forth that real produce, man. The fatlings, all right, that it should bring, man. But you know, I mean, I'm gonna bring this lesson to a closing. You know, the question is, why do you want to be here? You know, because there is some type of, the minerals are stripped out of the earth. There is some type of normalcy that comes with this kingdom, and it creates a sense of convenience. And if you're not spiritually tapped in, you could get complacent like that. But hey, I know where I'm at, man. All right, and we know where we are. It said the captive exile hastened to be loose, roughly paraphrasing. But with that, I do hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachakodash. I want to give double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone Ruel. All right, blessings, health, and wellness to the house of David the elect. Abba, come Yashala, Shalom.